Yo, what's going on, y'all? This is Marcus Rosa, a.k.a. Mazuma TV. Back at y'all with some more boxing talk, man. I hope everybody's having a blessed, beautiful, positive, productive day. I hope y'all having a great start to y'all weekend, man. I'm back at y'all with the boxing talk. Man, 2026 is kicking off to a hell of a start, man. Shit that I didn't even think was going to happen has already happened. We getting upsets. We getting bullshit politics and lawsuits now. You see what I'm saying? But before we get into that, man, if y'all could please hit the like button on the way in, that'd be very much appreciated. We on the road to 4K. We well into the 3,300 mark. About to hit that 3,400 mark in due time. This shit right here getting messy, y'all. Vergil Ortiz Jr., one of the most talented fighters in the sport today, man. Somebody that I have a lot of respect for, is officially suing Golden Boy and Oscar De La Dickhead, accusing them of breaching the contract, bad business, and interfering with his career. And honestly, bro, to be honest with y'all, I can't even blame him for being frustrated with everything that's been going on, man. According to the reports, Ortiz believes Golden Boy failed to act in his best interest, especially when it came to making his biggest possible fights. You know what I mean? Including the mega fight that everybody's been talking about, the fight with Jaron Boots Ennis. And I'm going to keep it 1,000 with y'all. I knew things were going to start to go left. You know what I mean? I knew things were headed towards a problem where Oscar wasn't doing everything he could to properly include Vergil Ortiz's manager, Rick Meridian, in the negotiations. He spoke about it on the live that night. Because that's literal, like, insanity to me and horrible business practice. You know what I'm saying? Like, the fighter hires a manager for a reason, to negotiate their fights, protect their interests, and prevent them from being exploited. So when that relationship, you know, pretty much gets sidelined, you know, whatever the case is, that's a massive red flag in my opinion. You see what I'm saying? Now, here's where it gets even more interesting from what I've read on Boxing Scene. The lawsuit claims Golden Boy failed to provide Vergil with the required 2 to 3 fight options under his contract, and was only ever seriously presented Ennis, which Ortiz's team said violates their agreement. Yet, just days ago, Oscar De La Cokehead went public saying Vergil has multiple options outside of Ennis and could choose from other opponents like Fundora and Aerospec. So either of those options weren't formally presented the way they were supposed to be. But we all knew that was bullshit, man. You know what I'm saying? Somebody isn't being fully honest about how this whole situation is being handled. On Ortiz's side, you know what I mean? They said Golden Boy mishandled communication, failed to negotiate in good faith, and ultimately cost them serious opportunities and serious money. Now, didn't I tell y'all that with the Xander Zayas situation in Puerto Rico? Come on, man. And if that's true, that's a major problem, because no fighter should feel like their promoter is blocking their biggest moments during their prime. You see what I'm saying? And here's another key detail that people, y'all, need to pay attention to. Vergil Ortiz is literally using the same lawyer Canelo Alvarez used when he sued Golden Boy and successfully got out of his deal and has been a free agent since then. So in my opinion, I highly doubt that lawyer would take on this case if he didn't feel like they had a strong argument or real evidence to stand on. So Oscar De La Hoya, he may be in some trouble. He might lose yet another fighter that has a shit ton of potential. When it comes to Boots Ennis, the Boots Ennis hold up specifically, I don't put this on the fighters at all. Like, at this point, I don't. Neither Vergil or Ennis has shown any signs of not wanting to face each other, in my opinion. Probably a little shaky on Vergil's behalf, but, you know, they both want big fights. And this doesn't look like fear to me. I also don't blame the manager for doing his job, because a manager is supposed to push back on bad terms and protect the fighter. And clearly there's some bad turns being done over at Golden Boy. To me, the real issue usually sits with the promoter and business politics, the offers, the structure, the communication, the control. And when big fights stall in boxing, history tells us it's almost always the business getting in the way, not fighters being, you know, scared or ducking or whatever the case is. Sometimes that plays a part, but not in this one, in my opinion. On top of that, there's a DAZN contract dispute with Ortiz's side, claiming that exclusive deal had expired and he should be free to explore other opportunities. While Golden Boy is saying that, you know, pretty much the relationship is still active, you know what I mean? And, you know, and he's still tied up, basically. Vergil's still tied up. And again, that just sounds like business getting in the way of boxing. You know what I mean? And if all of this sounds familiar, it really should, because this is pretty common at this point. We've seen the same issues before with Canelo Alvarez, Ryan Garcia, and all of this shit, in all honesty, just makes me wonder whether it's a coincidence or there's just a constant pattern here with Oscar De La Hoya. But at the end of the day, Ortiz is too talented, too disciplined, and too valuable in the sport of boxing to be stuck in legal drama right now, y'all. These are the years he should be fighting, taking on the best competition, elite names, and fucking building his legacy how, he always claims he wants to. You know what I mean? Not fighting contracts in court. You know what I mean? It's absolutely ridiculous. So y'all tell me what y'all think. Is Vergil Ortiz right to sue Golden Boy, or is there just another business dispute being blown out of proportion? You know what I mean? Let me know what it is. Do y'all want to still see Ortiz versus Ennis? I know I do. And if you rock with the breakdown, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe, and tap in with the channel daily, because we're going to keep bringing that real boxing talk just about each and every time, man. I tried to tell y'all something. When I was saying that Golden Boy was ruining opportunities with Vergil Ortiz, that Xander Zayas situation in Puerto Rico, he could have fought for a world title. Golden Boy completely destroyed that opportunity for him. And I was telling y'all, I was like, yo, Golden Boy is hindering Vergil Ortiz's career in terms of making great fights and building his legacy. Nobody wanted to listen to me, though. But now, since this shit is hitting the courts and they saying it, maybe y'all be a little bit more accepting of this. So let me know what y'all think. This is Marcus Rosa, aka Mazuma TV, signing off. I'll be on live 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to continue cooking up on what's going on in the boxing world. Hope you guys have a blessed, beautiful one. I'm up out of here, man. Peace.